6.4 max speed with both motors running. Speed 10 on the Minn Kota trolling motor, 100% on the Newport 300. We're going max 6.4 miles an hour. Yeehaw! Look at the wake that we're making. Look at that. Just the manual mode straight. And remember, I put the skeg out already. It's under. You got, all right, here we go. Not even giving an extra effort. 4.6. Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, that's it. So this is the manual mode. And then when you hit the, right here, when you hit the speed button, there's 4 levels for the assist. As soon as you do that, it becomes so easy. Assist 1. Oh wow. You notice it right away. 4.8, 4.9. Oh my god. Let's do assist 2. Woo! It makes it super easy. Well, let's go 4. Oh wow. 5.8, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, 6. ISO 6. That's the assist 4. And if you guys run out of breath, you're tired, your knee hurts, all you have to do is hit the mode again and you're electric. Now you're electric, you stop pedaling, hit 1, 2, and you stop pedaling basically. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 10. Again, it's a little windy, a little choppy here, Port Canaveral. That's the Jetty. We're going 5.1, 5.4 I just saw. 5, 5.3. Again, I do have gear on my kayak. I have myself 210 pounds. Drive is 29. Let's see the wake. I was gonna take the wake. And as you're on 10, you adjust it slightly. You don't want to adjust it too much because then, you know, you're moving fast. All right, let's see the wake. Oh yeah. What I like about the design on the hull by the bow, the front, they cut it super skinny and the lip comes out on both sides where the handles are. On both sides there are handles underneath. Then the waves kind of hits at the bottom and splashes off to the side. It doesn't come towards you, and that's huge, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Connor, your YouTube fisherman, back here again with another video. You guys just watched the Oldtown Autopilot 120 fishing kayak. Nice speed, right, with the NK 300. And also I put a little clip for the new kayak, the VoyaX Mossa 128 as well. And I've been using them. As you guys know, I own the Autopilot for almost 5 years, actually. Yeah, more than 5 years that I've been on the VoyaX Mossa 120 fishing kayak. I've been on the Crescent Cres-Craft micro skiff / power kayak, which almost was my choice. That was my pick. And then you guys know the old famous FluxJet, you know, it's incredible, right? The story they have. But yeah, the FluxJet definitely failed miserably. Execution, planning, marketing, timing, everything was wrong. They messed it up so bad. They charged people money with no product, just a prototype motor on hand, no kayak, no supply, no nothing. That's crazy. No inventory. I mean, that's another subject, you know. They did everything wrong. And then we test the new VoyaX Mossa 128. I had it in my possession almost 3 weeks, and I really tested it like everywhere. So I come to the conclusion that my Oldtown Sportsman Autopilot 120 fishing kayak, it's not sufficient anymore. And that's for me. Again, this is my honest review, honest opinion for all these kayaks from what I see, what I've been experiencing. I've been testing most of them except the FluxJet. I haven't tested that because I'll tell you what's going on with that as well, why. But so far, definitely there's a winner, and I decided to pick that one, and I'm excited about it. And again, quick disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with nobody. I don't get paid from anybody, no company, no VoyaX, no Oldtown, no FluxJet, no Crescent, nobody. I am not affiliated with any other company either. I just do my own independent videos, and I really bring out what I experience for you guys. And that's what's important. I think that's what industry is missing. Lots of YouTubers, they pick affiliation, they want to get paid, and when you get paid, you're kind of biased about what you're doing a review. You don't want to put it down too much, and it kind of loses in transition, right? So I don't like that. Me, on the other hand, I say whatever I want to say. I say whatever I experienced, what I saw, what I hear from the industry people, from all the other YouTubers. You know, we're a community, guys. I talk to a lot of people. I just don't talk to regular kayak anglers or fishermen on Facebook forums and all that. I talk to all of you guys. I communicate with everybody. I talk to the YouTubers. I talk to kayak fishermen. I talk to the company owners. I talk to the retail owners. I'm in really good relationship with a bunch of them in Orlando area, in Tampa area. So I have a good network. That's my little disclaimer for you, my honest feedback to you guys. And I'm gonna start with the Oldtown, right? Great kayak, perfect. When you first buy it, you're going 4.6 miles an hour, gold, Minn Kota, spotlock technology, can't beat that, right? Amazing. But then for me, as I'm fishing all the time, you know, which I fish myself, I take my clients, I'm out there every week, I'm making videos, I'm out on the water like 8 hours sometimes a day. So I'm on that kayak, and guess what happens after a certain time? It slows down. The Minn Kota is not a brushless motor. That's a huge miss. And I mean, Oldtown owns Minn Kota. That's their sister company. That's embarrassing to me that they don't put a brushless motor there. That's a huge fail. So what happens now after all these years? I'm getting 3.5 max speed, 3.5 miles an hour max. That's horrible. And if I'm getting against the wind current 2.3, 2.4, no way. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You're paying $5,000 for a kayak and you're going 2.3 miles an hour because they cannot put a brushless motor on a kayak? Come on, Oldtown. They failed big time, miserably. So that's what you're gonna have. Yeah, you could change the brushes, this, that, which I did. I got up to speed. 6 months later, same scenario. Back to crap. And you're wasting more money, frustration. And that's the main reason that I think they need a big upgrade. They need a 2.0 Oldtown Autopilot. They have to have a better motor, faster motor, brushless motor, better spot lock, which I'm gonna talk to you about the VoyaX, because it's called spot hold, and it's a day and night difference, the spot hold. The spot lock feature on VoyaX is superior. I'm talking about superior. Oldtown, you're locking 12 to 15 GPS satellites, so that way it, you know, accurately put your position on water. And VoyaX does 25 to 27. That's double. That's double the lock, right, for satellites. So you're anchoring almost 1 foot radius with VoyaX. Oldtown, sporadic. I'm going 3 feet this way sometimes, I'm going 4 feet that way, and then blah, 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 brings it back, it goes back, it drifts, and then blah, 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 like I'm like, what is going on? I would just want to fish the dock. Like, I want to stay where I want to stay. And I'm not talking about not much current. So that's another fail. And again, these are important to me. Spot lock I have to have. Spot hole technology I gotta have when I'm fishing. Some people don't care. Again, everybody's different. This is just my perspective, and I'm sharing that with you. So they fail on that too. Their technology is so far behind. Voyax is up to date with technology. You can't even get close to it. So Oldtown needs to up their game. They've been just waiting, holding. They keep complaining market is slow. Market is not slow. Bonafide XDR selling like hotcakes. VoyaX just come out with that. They're gonna sweep the market in July in ICAST. They're gonna announce the retail version. I tested the prototype, and it's incredible. So Oldtown needs to step it up. They're way behind 5 years. They come out with this EPDL, which horrible. That's another subject I'm gonna talk to you about. The EPDL Oldtown versus the pedal drive on the VoyaX. Again, day and night difference. Huge difference. EPDL has a resistance. You feel the gears as you're pedaling. It's like so hard. You're pushing against something. Like you're fighting to pedal. And I'm like, what is this? I tested that kayak a bunch of times on the water. And you're struggling just the manual pedal. And you know, my knee is not in good shape. So that's definitely a huge fail. I don't know, whatever the technology they use, they failed. That doesn't work. And now since they're not selling, obviously they realize they're charging $6,000 for an EPDL kayak, and which they put on a big water, narrow kayak. They messed up that too. They put on a wrong kayak. They figured it out after a year. So now they're offering the e-pedal drive on the other kayaks, so that people can actually, you know, buy some. But who's gonna buy $6,000, $3,500 just the pedal drive? Come on, guys. Like, yeah, huge fail. Oldtown used to come out with an Autopilot 2.0 with a bunch of new technology. Then maybe we can look into that. But right now, they failed. FluxJet. Let's talk about that. Another huge disappointment, FluxJet. I contacted him. I wanted to test it. Super excited, right? You could go super shallow, incredible, jet motor, very skinny, mosquito lagoon. You could go like literally 5-6 inch water. I'm like, yeah, very good. Let's test it. And then no response, nothing. My kayak buddies, my YouTuber buddies, contacted him. Nothing. One or two saying, oh, we'll get you out there, we'll get you out there. It's been 9 months. 9 months they're playing with him. And my YouTuber friends, they're promising their subscribers that they're gonna bring that to them. So they lost a lot of subscribers. That's horrible business by FluxJet. Just kind of put it in the back burner and telling them something and not doing it, because of the fact that they had an idea. They didn't have a prototype. They had an idea of a kayak, of a motor that wasn't even existed. And they just had one prototype unit of motor, and they brought that to ICAST in 2025. No testing, no on the water demos. They had excuse that, oh, shipment wasn't there on time or something. At that point, I knew there was something fishy. You can't bring something to ICAST and say it didn't make it to shipping to ICAST. Come on, really? Like, who are you kidding? You know, I've been around a long time. So that was a big no right there. And then the communication, which non-communication, second thing, huge flag, red flag. And then they start taking people's money, 500 down with no kayak, no prototype, no nothing, no motor existed, no date to deliver. And I'm like, you're taking people's money? You're supposed to have a demo kayak, send it to dealers, send it to some YouTubers. They test it on the water. They give you a feedback. And then with that feedback, with your prototype, you make it better. Then you bring it out on a retail or ICAST the next year. Say, this is the retail version, and this is how much it's gonna be. and blah blah. They did the total opposite. No product, no nothing, taking people's money, taking orders, and guess what happened? Since they didn't have no product, no nothing, motor failed. They had a huge issue with the motor. Only one person was promoting that thing. They knew that. To me, it was like, who they trying to like kid here? Like, really? Like, it was bad. It was so bad. And there was nothing coming out. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5, 8, 9, almost a year. And finally they figure out the way to fix the motor, the jet motor, and they're pushing products out. Still no YouTubers, no retailers, nobody has a demo unit to test it on the water for a on the water honest review. Not paid, actual honest review. Nothing. They can't do it. It's, to me, that's just so bad business. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know, maybe they made a huge mistake. They just don't know the business, but they act like they've been in the business for jet motor business for years and years. The guy sounds like he knows the technology, but he doesn't know much about marketing, planning on a real business, apparently. You don't bring a product like that into the industry. And it failed. It's a huge fail. Idea is great, right? Crazy. You super skinny, you could do all that stuff. Great, but dysentery. Like, where is it? In real life, we can't even see one right now. Like, that's crazy after a year. So that's a huge fail to me. And again, for my perspective, I don't like the kayak. What is that? Not even 11 foot, narrow, too thick gunnels. It's like from 1980s, like the kayak. This one, of course, you could take it to the lake, not too much wake, small lake, just bass fishing, lots of grass, whatever. Sure, Mosquito Lagoon will be good. But again, we don't know the performance of the motor or the kayak, how it handles, how it tracks, how is the handle on the left hand side, the lever to go up, down, reverse. You know, we don't know anything. There's no feedback. It's crazy after a year. But anyway, so that to me is a huge fail from get-go, especially with the way they communicate about non-communication with the actual YouTubers and the retailers. It's embarrassing to me. So that's another one. And now let's come to Crescent Craft, right? Crescent Cres-Craft, that's the power kayak / micro skiff. I loved it. I went out there to the dealers, I tested it, I looked at it, and at the end, I really come to the conclusion that it's just too much money to make it the way I want it. Almost like a bona fide XTR, right? You get a blank canvas, and then you have to build it on your own. And that's not cheap. You're paying $3,000 for just the blank canvas with no motor, nothing. You have to get a stern motor, which is Newport NK300, right? That's what, $1,200, $1,500, whatever, if you get a deal, anyways. And then you have to get a spot lock. I gotta have spot lock. Again, that's me. This is me, my idea of fishing. I cannot go without spot lock, spot hold. That's me. Once I have it, I cannot go back to it. I had my hobby Outback before. I hated it. I wasted so much time drifting, can't hold my spot, the wind, the wave. I was losing time from fishing. And with spot lock, it changed the game. It was a game changer. So I can never go back. So you have to buy a Minn Kota, whatever. You gotta put on the bow. That's another $1,500. So you gotta add all that. You gotta put stuff around, accessories. I mean, you're talking $5,000 plus 3,000 kayak. That's $8,000 if you want to make it the way you want it, perfect, right? $8,000 I'm not spending. I'm sorry. So I made a conclusion that there's no way. That's just above my pay, above my spending money. That's just almost like waste of money to me, right? I could do the same thing with, now that we come to VoyaX Mossa 128, all in one. Guys, If you haven't watched the videos, again, I'm telling you again, I'm not paid, I'm not affiliated, nothing. I'm telling you guys, that is the best kayak I ever been on for 10 years now. 10 years. I guarantee you that. I've been on a lot of kayaks. I try so many kayaks. My buddies lend me Bonafide, this, that. I'm telling you, the Voyax is the kayak for game changing. Like, it's gonna change the game. I guarantee you that it's gonna be a top dog. It's gonna be a top 2 with maybe Bonafide and Voyax and Oldtown. Of course, big, right? Oldtown name is big. They have so many other kayaks. So really, but they're gonna definitely undercut them. They're gonna compete against them, and they're gonna be better. They're gonna do better business if they do it right. And they've been doing it right. What they do, they communicated. They actually communicated with the YouTubers. They communicated with the iCast. They communicated with people that actually retailers that are gonna sell it, and the YouTubers. And when they contact me, I'm like, sure. What do you say? I'll test it. I will love to. That's exciting to me. I don't ask for money. I'm excited to test something new. I'm like, hell yeah. So I went to Dave, right, over in Arbondale, and I got the kayak. They had the demo, the sample unit. I had it for me 3 weeks, and I tested it, and everything is superior. The number one thing is speed. It's speed. Brushless motor on there. With the pedal drive, the motor system, you're going 6.2, 6.3 miles an hour with the assist mode. Assist mode. So there are 4 levels. On the highest level, you're pedaling, so it is super easy. It's like you're not even pushing the pedal. So what happens is, that's the fastest mode you could go. 6.3, 6.4 is unbelievable. No NK Newport, no none of that. Just the pedal drive itself with assist mode. Insane. And there's no resistance. You don't feel the gears. It's smooth as butter. That was the difference from what I'm testing the EPDL Oldtown to pedal drive on the Voyax. It was like day and night. I was like, oh my God, I don't even pedal. So it's perfect for my knees because, I just finished my tournament today. I've been here since 8 a.m. all day. I'm refereeing, so my knee is not the same anymore. So I need something effortless that I could use all day and still not get hurt my body, right? After a while, when you pedal, you're like dying, obviously. You're on the water 8-10 hours. So that was the number one thing, speed. With the full electric mode, full power mode, you're getting 5.8, 5.7, and that's, you don't touch anything. No pedal, no nothing. Just press a button, speed 10, boom. That's crazy. Again, brushless motor already included. So, and this is a prototype. Let me remind you, they're gonna make this better. I just suggest a lot of stuff to them, what they can make it better, improve the kayak before they come out with the retail version in July at ICAST 2026. So I know it's gonna be better than what I tested. So, but the way it is incredible. Day and night from EPDL. Second, the spot hold. So I'm gonna hit the spot lock now, which is right here on the left. That's a spot hold. It tells me spot hold on the screen. It's adjusting through the GPS. Right now 21 feet here, it faces the wind and the current direction, which like everybody else does. And let's see, and that's the noise, which is nothing. It's like a little kind of high pitch sound, but super low sound though. Yep, that's it. So it adjusts to your wind, wherever the wind's coming from, which is coming from west today, west, northwest. Is holding like a champ. Spot hold, really nice. And then see, it adjusts it up. Here you go. So you have that, like almost like a 1 foot range, kind of. It does it. See, it kind of finds itself with the GPS, which is normal because, like I said, it is windy. What is it, like 2 minutes now? We're holding it exactly. It kind of turns a little bit with the wind, comes back, but it's like literally a foot range. That's it. It doesn't take you 2-3 feet away and then comes back. Because my Oldtown Autopilot spot lock sometimes does that. I don't know why. It really takes you off course. I go all the way around and then brings me back, which I don't like, you know. It moves too much. This actually better spot hold than the Oldtown Autopilot, so I can tell you that for sure, since I have both kayaks now in my
I just told you earlier, spot hold is like a foot radius, like a soldier. Boop, 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 boop. That's it. You stay there. Not like the Oldtown Autopilot that I have. You go 3 feet this way and then all of a sudden pulls you like so fast, like it jerks you too. I'm like, what the hell? Because it loses the GPS lock, right, from the satellite. So it's only so much of them, 12 to 15. So eventually it's kind of drifting. When he realizes, oh crap, I'm out of course. Oh, here comes the 3 foot back with the crazy like shaking and moving fast. That's not good. That's not safe either. So here again, 15 to 27, huge difference. GPS like satellites. So that's my second thing that I loved about. And the third thing, Oldtown that I'm using right now, you know, I was thinking it's wide, right? But guess what? Measure the inside usable space that you're stepping on. You have so thick gunnels, the side channels on the Oldtown, 24-inch the inside diameter. Inside length, the width is only 24 inches. That's nothing because of the fact that it's already dated. It's so thick, the walls, the gunnel, it's 24-inch. Voyax, 32 inside. That's insane. I went into it after my Oldtown. I'm like, what the hell? Look at this real estate. Like, I was like opening my legs, standing up. Almost too much space. After you put your feet, then you have extra space on the side gunnels to put stuff in. There's like empty spaces to put your tackle boxes, drink, whatever you have, bag. There's a lot of space there, a lot of real estate. So I wasn't used to that. I was almost spoiled. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this space? Like, it was crazy. So that's another thing. And of course, 12.8 foot long. It's just perfect. So it handles the big water. You could go to ocean, which I went to Port Canaveral. He handled it perfect. Perfect. They made it also designed, the whole design for speed. It actually goes skinnier in the front, and on the bow it goes like this, so the water pushes out when it hits it, the waves, so it doesn't come towards your front like in Oldtown. So they really think about speed, right? Oldtown is not made for speed. That hull is 150 pounds. That's another fail. It's just dated. It's old. They need to come out with a new one. But Voyax only 89 pounds hull. 150 versus 89. Think about it. I was putting it back on the truck because I put on my back of the truck. I was like, what the, wow. After Oldtown, this is like feather, right? There's no resistance, nothing. I lift it up because I lift my Oldtown all the time. So it was a really, really important specifications that I saw on the Voyax. and I used it and I implemented as I'm fishing, and I loved it. It just, I was so comfortable. There one thing, that stability, because of the fact that the speed, they thought about speed, right? It goes skinnier, so the primary stability is a little wobbly, but again, not for me. I have a really good balance. So for some people, especially if you're on the Oldtown hobby and all that, you're gonna feel a little tipsy as you use the controller too. It's very sensitive, but they say they're gonna adjust that. So you kind of go like this as you move it, but secondary picks up right away. Secondary stability picks up right away, so you're never gonna tip over, never. So, but you do feel a little tipsier than the Oldtown that I have. Oldtown is better on primary stability, but again, it's not made for speed. VoyaX Mossa 128 is, and which that's what I need. I want to go 6 miles an hour without adding a Newport NK300 like you saw on the little video that I put, you know, for you guys. Yeah, it's nice. I'm using the Minn Kota Speed 10. I'm using the NK300 in the stern, speed all the way 100, and I'm getting 6.3, 6.4, right? But that's a lot of money again. I put a lot of money in that to go that speed. VoyaX, by itself, I'm going that speed without adding any NK300. And I have my NK, right? So that's my decision, guys. I'm definitely decided, you know, I just want to let you know now, obviously you kind of figured it out. I'm definitely, if nothing comes up, nothing changes, I'm gonna get the VoyaX Mossa 128 fishing kayak for myself, sell my Oldtown Autopilot 120 fishing kayak. It did me really good all these years. I really appreciate it. Great kayak, but unfortunately it's dated. It's way outdated. They need a new design, new system, new motor, 2.0. Come on, Oldtown. You gotta step it up. You've been just chilling for years, coming out with nothing. No innovation, no nothing. EPDL is a fail. You need to fix this. You gotta come up what everybody wants. 2.0 Autopilot. Make it better, faster, wider. Come on, let's do it. But until then, my winner, definitely VoyaX Mossa 128. I have all the videos. I'm gonna put it for you. You could check it out on my channel. I highly recommend you guys, if you have a chance, couple dealers has this still the demo unit, go ahead and check it out. But if not, wait for the ICAST 2026 in July. That's when they're gonna announce the price, and the retail version is gonna be out, and I'm hoping, they're saying around August it's gonna be available to the retailers and for sale. So that's how you do business. Winner is definitely VoyaX Mossa 128. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I can't wait to get my hands on the VoyaX Mossa 128. Until then, tight line everyone.